Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to start off this week talking about some of the things we've got going on around the campground because we're actually now heading into more of the end of the peak season and into the shoulder seasons. Kids go back to school. If not this week, it'll be in the next week or two that the kids go back to school. So we're going to start seeing a slowdown in bookings here as we head into the fall season over here at the campground. So what that will allow us to do is work on some of the little things that we haven't been able to do during the summer, because it's just simply we're going from one day to the next, one weekend to the next, booking, which is awesome. It's a great thing. But the summer high season is not the time to be working on some of these little projects. For example, yesterday we did some tree pruning with the help of one of my seasonal guests. We have cut back a lot of the trees, particularly here in Site 4. These trees right here were kind of encroaching in on the site, and it was causing a situation where sometimes big campers will have branches touch their camper. So we did some tree pruning for a couple of reasons. Number one, to get the branches away from the campers. Number two, to open up the view a little bit. As you can see right now, we've cut off a bunch of the branches here on this tree and these two trees here. So we've really opened up the view down to the landing down here. And then we've really opened up the view, particularly from this site to the lake. I'm standing where the camper would sit right now. And if you come over here where you would come out of the camper, it really opens up the view big time. So that's the kind of thing we're going to be doing over the next several weeks, is going around the campground, pruning trees, cutting brush, and just kind of cleaning up and making the campground look a little bit better aesthetically. So one of the other things we've done a week or so ago too is we've gotten this bank cut. The brush on this bank had gotten a little tall and was starting to block the view from these sites here. So we went and cut this whole bank down, leaving hardly anything left. And this is a rather steep bank. Can't really use it for much of anything. Probably what I'm going to end up doing at some point in the future is looking at putting in solar panels here, because south is that way. So yeah, that's one of the things we're doing. Another thing that we're going to be doing too is been having a lot of trouble with my streaming webcam. In particular, when a camper is parked here in this Site 4, my Wi-Fi antenna, the closest one, is over on the house through the trees right there. You can see that little white box up near the peak of the house, up on the top of the house there. And when a camper is parked over here on Site 4, our streaming webcam, which connects to the internet wirelessly, is sitting on this tripod right here. The access to the Wi-Fi network gets blocked to a point where the camera just blacks out and it glitches, and we just have all sorts of trouble when there's a camper here. When there's no camper here, it works pretty good, almost flawlessly, but we're going to improve on that, and there's a couple of reasons why we're going to do it. Number one is for the camera. Number two, the Wi-Fi coming from the house, having to go through this landing area down to the beach. When you're sitting down there at the fire or down near the water there, the Wi-Fi is not very good, or it's not as good as I'd like it to be. I'd like to have great Wi-Fi down on the beach. So we're going to upgrade the Wi-Fi. I'm going to add one more radio. We have 4 in the park now, well, 5 total if you count the one on the house. Goes out to those other 4 that are in the park, and we're going to add a 5th one right here on this pole. This is our weather station, and we're right below that weather station. We're going to mount the 5th Wi-Fi antenna, which is going to broadcast Wi-Fi straight down to the park. And then down here at about eye level, right about here, I'm going to mount that camera to this pole as well. And that way, the camera will be literally a few feet away from the Wi-Fi, which should make the streaming camera way more reliable and help it stay up a lot longer. So I've already ordered the equipment. It just got to get it here, and we got to plug it in and install it, and we'll be good to go. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about before we start talking about campsites that are available this week is I want to remind you about our fall specials. I'm not going to go into huge details on those because in the last 2 weeks of videos, I talked at great length about those fall specials and the fair special that we have going on. So if you want to learn about those, you either visit our website at cedarpondcampground.com or call us 603-631-5753, or you can simply go back and watch either one of the last 2 weeks of videos, and that will give you all of the details on the fall special and the fair special that we have going on. So we still do have those specials going on, so definitely want to check those out. All right, on to campsites that we have available this week. Starting with rental units. So we have 6 rental units on the property. This is one of them. We have the 2 cabins that are over there, and we have this little one on the beach, my camper, which is right over there, and up in the woods there's the 6th rental unit. Unfortunately for this weekend, all 6 are taken, spoken for, whatever you want to call it, for the entire weekend. They come in on Thursday, leave on Saturday. All 6 units have the same schedule. Yeah, so I don't have any rental units available for this weekend, but for next weekend, we are pretty much, I should take that back. My camper and the first cabin, the one closest to the road, is taken, but the other 4 are not. So available, we have cabin 8, which is the camper further up in the woods, which I actually like the cabin 8 better. It's a little deeper in the woods, and the cabin actually stays cooler during the day than the one here on 6, because it doesn't, I mean, you can see it right there. It just doesn't get as much sunlight. And then we also have this camper right here is available next weekend. And the camper down here on the beach is also available next weekend, as well as the camper up on the hill in the woods. And the one in the woods is our biggest camper. So that is our rental situation for the next 2 weekends. And to reiterate that, all of our rental units are taken for this weekend. But for next weekend, the weekend of the 27th through the 30th of August, we have 4 of the 6 that are still available. All right, let's move on to campsites. And for that, we're just, instead of standing here on the landing, we're gonna go for a little ride around the park. right, so I couldn't find a quiet spot where I wouldn't be dispersed, or I couldn't find a spot in the park where I could stop and talk to the camera where I wouldn't be disturbing somebody. So we'll just do this right here. I did just go around and shoot B-roll of all of the campsites that we have, and as I'm talking to you now, I'll just put the B-roll over the top of my voice and talk about the different campsites that we have available. So in terms of tent sites, what we have this weekend, we have site number 7 is available this weekend and next weekend. Site 11 is actually not available either weekend. Site 11 is the one behind the black truck that you saw parked next to the large rental camper that we have up on the hill. That's actually 2 sites there. There's site 9, which has the rental camper, and site 11 behind it. So site 11 is not available either weekend, as they are both taken. Site 13 is taken both weekends, this weekend and next weekend. Site 15 is available both weekends. Site 16 is actually not available this weekend, but it is available next weekend. Site 17 is available both weekends. Site 18 is available both weekends. The affordable site 33, which you actually can't see from the road when I pass by it, but you can see the entrance to that one is available both weekends. All right, now on to full hookup sites. Site number 1 is not available this weekend, but it is available next weekend. Site number 3 is not available either weekend. Site number 4 is available this weekend, but it's not available next weekend. Site number 5 is available this weekend, but it is not available next weekend. Now the site's back in the park. Site 22 is taken this weekend. It's available next weekend. Site number 24 is available both weekends, but not on 24. It's not available until Friday night this week, but it is available the rest of the weekend and all of next weekend. And site number 26 and 29 are available both weekends. So that's all I have for you this week. Pretty short and sweet, or at least shorter than it has been. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to give us a call, 603-631-5753, or you can visit us online at cedarpondcampground.com, where on that main page you can find the link to get to our booking site, which is on CampSpot, and you can go ahead and see full availability on all of our sites on that site. That will allow you to see what is available and when, and you can actually book online as well. So, and you could also book by calling us. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and we'll see you next week. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.